The male protagonist is named Zhao Tianlei, a student at Central China Business College in Yuzhou City. His parents passed away when he was young. Even if he just experienced a campus bullying incident, what he is thinking in his heart is, what if he is late for work? If he is late for work, the tuition for this semester will be in jeopardy. But a ring changed his destiny. The ring calls itself Virtual Deity, and Zhao Tianlei is the chosen one by the deity. Your quest is to slay zombies and save humanity. Zhao Tianlei thought he had encountered a pyramid scheme organization, but the moment he put on the ring, he believed it. In 16 hours, a global biochemical virus outbreak will occur. Zombies will take over the entire city. Zhao Tianlei has never even killed a chicken. But there is a storage space in the ring. Inside the space, there is an exchange system. Resources and weapons inside can be obtained by killing zombies. Accumulate experience and crystal cores for exchange. The system also gave a bottle that has only been bitten by a zombie. Virus purification liquid that only takes effect when bitten. As for what to do if he gets bitten to death, the system entered hibernation without providing an answer. But there are only 16 hours left until the outbreak. Time is running out. He must start preparing immediately. Zhao Tianlei prepares the supplies and returns to the dormitory. He informs his roommates of everything he knows, hoping they will stay in the dormitory to survive the first wave of impact. And apart from his good friend Wu Bin, the other two roommates simply do not believe him. They decided to stay overnight at an internet cafe. So the male lead and Wu Bin kept watch at the dormitory door. There was no movement all night. Wu Bin was too sleepy and prepared to go to bed. Outside the door came a scream. The doomsday has come. The end of the world is coming. Just how wicked are people's hearts? People reject the saviors who can save them because they are afraid of death. The male lead and Wu Bin saw the scene outside through the window. At this moment, there were continuous screams in the campus. Groups of zombies. The male lead originally planned to avoid the outbreak in the dormitory and find an opportunity to escape later. However, he learned from Wu Bin that his goddess was filming on the playground. Worried about the safety of his goddess, the male lead prepared to rush out. As long as he could get the fire axe in the hallway, dealing with zombies should be easier. Wu Bin, being a good brother, said he would go with him. Good brothers should help each other. The two of them tried their best to escape the pursuit of the zombies. In the end, they managed to obtain the fire axe safely, with some tension but no danger. But there were even more zombies on the playground. The ground was covered with bloody limbs. And there were many living classmates on the rostrum. Their class monitor was among them. So Shinsen might also be there. Zhao Tianlei decided to drive to lure away the zombie group. He asked Wu Bin to lead his classmates to escape. If he does not come back, please help protect Shinsen for him. Zhao Tianlei directly drove the car into the group of zombies. A vast crowd of zombies. Scattered into pieces instantly by the impact. Wu Bin took the opportunity to rescue all the surviving classmates and led them to escape. Later, let the class monitor lead everyone to the library. He went back to help Zhao Tianlei. However, at this point, the vehicle's windows have already been smashed by the zombies. And the male protagonist has successfully escaped. He is hiding behind a tree. Suddenly, a hand reached out toward Zhao Tianlei. Zhao Tianlei was about to react when he realized the person approaching was Wu Bin. Both of them were quite scared by this sudden move. Wu Bin said that everyone has safely arrived at the library. As for Shinsen, due to the urgent situation, there was no time to look for her. Then the two of them went to the library to meet up with everyone. A group of zombies crazily chased after the two people. They were chased all the way to the library. But when they reached the library entrance, the two people frantically knocked on the door. The people inside refused to open it. Even the monitor wanted to open the door for the two of them. She also received a heavy slap. And the others, who had been saved by the two beforehand. No one was willing to speak up. Meanwhile, Zhao Tianlei outside the door was almost unable to hold on. Suddenly, he called for Wu Bin to leave with him. The two of them could turn danger into safety. The end of the world is approaching. Those who don't act for themselves will face the wrath of heaven and earth. But you not only shut out the life-saving benefactor, also laid hands on the squad leader respected by the male protagonist. Zhao Tianlei saw that they did not open the door, so he let Wu Bin enter with him from the back door. Wu Bin felt very guilty all the way, thinking that it was his own stupidity that attracted the zombies and implicated the male protagonist. And the male protagonist deeply understands human nature, telling Wu Bin not to blame himself. Even without the zombies, they would have been shut out. But regarding Qian Hao's slap on the squad leader, he will definitely pay it back double. Later, the two entered the library through the back door. Inside the library, a female classmate was comforting the squad leader. What made the squad leader truly feel cold-hearted was that no one was willing to come out and say a word just now. They all watched coldly. Qian Hao did not think he was wrong, but instead blamed them for pretending to be saints. Suddenly, someone shouted Qian Hao. Zhao Tianlei's fist landed on Qian Hao's face. He knocked him down with one punch. Wu Bin angrily asked him why he didn't open the door. Qian Hao, however, confidently replied that he had to do it in order to save everyone. The people around them all agreed with Qian Hao's statement. The squad leader saw the two of them safely entering the library and happily greeted them. But when he saw the palm print on the squad leader's face, Zhao Tianlei directly gave Qian Hao 2 slaps in public. He warned him that if he dared to bully his classmates again, he would axe him and throw him out to feed the zombies. He then led the monitor to the side. By this time, the monitor was already beaming with joy. Wu Bin quickly asked if the monitor's face still hurt, but the monitor suddenly leaned on the male lead's shoulder and started to cry. After all, the world had suddenly changed like this. It was hard for her to accept. The male lead comforted her, saying he would definitely protect her. At this point, the monitor also told them not to call her monitor anymore. Just call her Sitong. Zhao Tianlei then arrived. Sitong, did you see Shinsenyu? Sitong unexpectedly felt a twinge in her heart at this moment. She then informed the male lead that Shinsenyu had run away with her assistant. Later, they got separated in the crowd, and she hadn't seen them since. Meanwhile, on the other side, people started arguing because there was no food or water. They were preparing to go to the second-floor dean's office to have a look. And the second floor had already been taken over by someone. It was the school bully who had previously bullied Zhao Tianlei. He directly kicked the person going upstairs down. But why was he here? The doomsday has arrived. Is the human heart the most terrifying? Or is it zombies? Is it the lack of food and water the most terrifying? Or is it the lack of a male lead like this fire axe? Or is it the lack of sweet love the most terrifying? Lin Mu directly declared that everything above the second floor is his territory. If anyone dares to cross the line, beware, their life is at stake. Of course, there is food upstairs. You just need to bring valuable items to exchange. If it's a pretty girl, you can also use your body to trade. But the pretty girl is not willing. She even knocked the food out of Lin Mu's hand. This angered Lin Mu. Sitong stood up at this moment and asked Lin Mu to let go. Outside has already become chaotic. We should unite. You are causing division at this time. Those people are now very supportive of Sitong's statement. This is human nature. Lin Mu has harbored discontent towards Sitong for a long time. Formerly there were teachers present, so he didn't dare to make a fuss. Now that all the teachers have passed away, you still like to stand out. Then this young master will publicly strip you naked. Let everyone see how good your figure is. Zhao Tianlei was now standing in front of Sitong. Although he had been bullied by Lin Mu before, the world had changed now. If you continue to act as you did before, then you can come and give it a try. Please do it for the sake of the fire axe. Lin Mu had to take people back to the second floor. But he warned the others not to sneak up. Then he asked his subordinates to find some powerful weapons. But everyone hiding here will eventually starve to death. Going against Linmu head-on would put them at a disadvantage. Therefore, the male lead had to take the two of them to find some food. And his way of finding food is going to the cafeteria. The two of them were worried that Zhao Tianlei might be in trouble. But Zhao Tianlei reassured them not to worry, and then walked out. The male lead re-entered the campus, cautiously avoiding the zombies. He searched through the school bags of each deceased classmate. Once he found any food, he stored it in the storage space, as it would be harder to find food later on. And the water source for drinking also needs to be planned properly. Suddenly, Zhao Tianlei felt a strange noise behind him. It turned out to be a zombie that had arrived behind him. Zombie charged directly at Zhao Tianlei, but it was knocked down by Zhao Tianlei with one axe. However, the commotion here attracted more zombies in urgency. The male lead found a window and jumped in directly. But he unexpectedly found some white rice and turned a misfortune into a blessing. Zhao Tianlei, who had collected food, returned and found Wu Bin. Sitong saw the unharmed Zhao Tianlei and immediately hugged him. The male lead then took out white rice for the two to enjoy a meal. As for the uneaten rice, the male lead chose to leave it outside, as the people inside would surely not dare to go out to search for food. The three full and satisfied people returned to the first floor of the library. At this time, the other people on the first floor were already restless and irritable from hunger. At this time, Lin Mu pretentiously offered to help, saying that they could find him if needed. Afterwards, Lin Mu walked toward Shinsenyu. He said that following him, there would be no worries about food and drink. And at this moment, the male lead also just noticed the goddess hiding in the dark. Shinsenyu's agent took the food handed over by Lin Mu's subordinate. And Shinsenyu directly returned the food sent by Lin Mu. Lin Mu, who got stiffed on the food, had no choice but to leave, waiting for a few days for Shinsenyu to come and beg him. Wu Bin didn't expect that Shinsenyu would actually have such integrity. He then pushed Zhao Tianlei over. Seize the opportunity now. The male lead is facing his goddess in his heart. Zhao Tianlei appeared very constrained. Then he took out the food from his body and left it to Shinsenyu before turning around and leaving. On the other side, Xian Hao has chosen to ally with Lin Mu and promised to help Lin Mu win Shinsenyu over. The library that the campus relies on for survival in the end. The library was also rushed in by a group of zombies. How should unarmed students escape? After Zhao Tianlei delivered food to his goddess in his heart, he turned around and left. After Sister Hua received the food, she suggested to Shinsenyu that in this situation, it's best to find a man for support. The man that Sister Hua mentioned is Zhao Tianlei. When he returned after delivering the food, he found that Sitong was a little upset, thinking that Wu Bin had offended her. But little did he know that Sitong started feeling jealous because Zhao Tianlei started delivering food to Shinsenyu. Suddenly a scream caught the attention of the three. Surprisingly, a female student, unable to bear the humiliation, chose to jump off the building to commit suicide. And as a result, Lin Mu and Qian Hao, who caused the girl's suicide, were dissatisfied that the girl would rather commit suicide than give herself to them. At this moment, Zhao Tianlei's eyes were already filled with resentment. If it weren't for Wu Bin's persuasion, he would definitely choose to kill Lin Mu with an axe. Zhao Tianlei took off his coat and covered the girl with it, hoping that she could rest in peace. And he vowed that everyone involved in the death of the girl would not have a good ending. Lin Mu was furious after hearing Zhao Tianlei's words. But because things had gone too far this time, he didn't dare to rush downstairs to start a conflict. All the classmates went to sleep at night. And outside, the zombies started to attack the library. Zhao Tianlei immediately directed everyone to reinforce the main gate. We cannot let the zombies rush in. He immediately rushed to the unguarded back door, afraid that zombies would rush in from the back. But at this moment, The girl who committed suicide in the afternoon turned into a zombie and rushed towards the unarmed students. Zhao Tianlei killed her with an axe, and a horde of zombies stormed in through the unguarded back door. The place that used to be the survival shelter for former classmates has now become a playground for the zombies. Everyone is in chaos, all rushing towards the second floor. Countless classmates died under the stampede of panic. While in the office of the second floor curator, Lin Mu, he is not possible to open for them. Shinsenyu also got caught in the crowded crowd. Suddenly a hand grabbed her, who was about to fall. It was Zhao Tianlei. The library was breached by a zombie horde. He actually used his body to block the zombie group. Zhao Tianlei found Shinsenyu in the crowd, and made her believe that he could safely take her out. Then Zhao Tianlei and the other four went to another exit. However, this exit turned out to be a men's restroom with only one window. Zhao Tianlei only managed to drag Wu Bin up. There was even a car parked on the playground. And Shinsenyu's agent sister Hua sent her out. So she wants to stay to help Zhao Tianlei, but her presence will only be a burden to herself. Upon hearing these words, Sitong chose to leave. But she had something to say to the male lead, and asked him to promise her. A group of zombies chased after them at this moment. The male lead had no choice but to use his body to buy her time to escape. Find a safe place. And Zhao Tianlei, surrounded by a group of zombies. He seems unable to fulfill his promise to Sitong. But he can't give up yet. He still has to deal with the departure of Wu Bin and others. Fight for more time. Sitong, however, expressed again that she wanted to go back and help Zhao Tianlei. But let Sitong trust him. Then he drove away from the campus to find a safe place, waiting for Zhao Tianlei to meet them. In the men's restroom on the other side, numerous zombies died at the hands of Zhao Tianlei. He was holding the sharp fire axe until he fell in the rain when he lost his last strength. At this time, the ring issued a warning. If he does not inject the virus purification liquid again, the male lead will turn into a zombie. I thought that the virus evolution liquid provided by the system would not have a chance to be used. Now it seems unavoidable. Zhao Tianlei couldn't help but worry in his heart. Is this evolution liquid really effective? But now he has no way out. So let's take a gamble. Just injected the evolution liquid. Zhao Tianlei had no reaction. Could it be expired? The next second, a sharp pain all over the body was triggered. It felt like being torn apart. A painful scream echoed through the sky. As the strands of sunlight shone on Zhao Tianlei's face, he realized that he was not only alive, but his injuries were also gone. It seems like the system didn't deceive him. Zhao Tianlei also successfully evolved into a second-class soldier. His various abilities have been enhanced. The storage space has also been expanded. Evolver is divided into a total of 19 levels. The male lead is currently at the second to last level. To advance to the next level, he needs 150 experience points. He will earn 1 point for each zombie killed. Afterwards, he found a stone pillar and prepared to test the changes in his body. He broke the hard stone pillar with just one punch. This is only a private. Imagine how powerful it would be when he reaches the rank of marshal. It seems that the zombies in the library have already dispersed. Zhao Tianlei decided to go in and see if there are any survivors. I didn't expect that. Those guys from Lin Mu actually managed to escape. He found that the equipment was quite complete. He simply took a shower and then checked the news. The news revealed that countries have set up survivor bases and deployed troops for rescue. Suddenly, the cabinet next to him made a noise. The male lead, thinking it was a zombie, opened the cabinet door and prepared to attack. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be a girl. She shouted in panic, telling him not to eat her. The girl's name is Chung Yao, and she is from the art department. She was afraid, thirsty, and hungry, so she followed her friend Qian Hao to the second floor after being deceived. And her friend is the girl who committed suicide. When the zombie horde rushed in, there were no zombies outside. She and Lin Mu's group hid in the office. After the zombie group dispersed, Lin Mu's gang climbed out from the window. She hid in the cupboard because she dared not jump out of the window. When the girl found out that the male lead is Xiao Tianlei, she immediately showed a fangirl look. Because she knew about Xiao Tianlei disciplining Lin Mu in the Qian Hao building on the first floor. It's just that she didn't recognize him, because Xiao Tianlei wasn't wearing clothes. Shortly after, Xiao Tianlei quickly put on his clothes, and he took out some food and drinking water for Cheng Yao. Cheng Yao was surprised to see someone still offering him food in this world. Xiao Tianlei was at a loss in an instant when he saw the situation. Later, Cheng Yao asked if he could take a bath. Xiao Tianlei said he could. Soon after, Cheng Yao finished bathing and walked out. Then she stood quietly behind the male lead. When the male lead turned to look at her, she blushed instantly. The male lead's first kiss was lost just like that. The girl even wants to give herself to him. She stood behind Xiao Tianlei wrapped in a bath towel. This confused Xiao Tianlei. She quickly let Cheng Yao eat first. And Cheng Yao, who picked up the food, started crying again, because she once again thought of her friend. She was forced to jump off the building just for a piece of bread. After saying that, she once again pressed against the male lead's chest and cried. Now that the outside is full of zombies, she doesn't know what to do next. Xiao Tianlei frantically assured her not to worry. He can take her to the survivor base. He then took out the clothes from his bag. Although he was not sure if they would fit, he let Cheng Yao wear them first. Who knows, a sudden kiss came out of nowhere, stealing Xiao Tianlei's first kiss. At this moment, Xiao Tianlei is already shy, with smoke coming out of the top of his head. Indeed, women are harder to deal with than zombies. Cheng Yao said that her life was saved by Xiao Tianlei. She had no choice but to offer herself to him. I can't believe it. This sounds like a plot from a period drama. It's not the time to joke about such things. Cheng Yao expressed seriously. As long as Xiao Tianlei doesn't mind her, she will be with Xiao Tianlei. At this point, the male protagonist is so shy that his mind is overloaded. His face is bright red. Being exposed by Cheng Yao was after their first kiss. However, he pretended arrogantly and claimed that he had kissed many aunties when he was a child. Suddenly, a broadcast interrupted the ambiguous atmosphere between the two. There are actually survivors in the broadcasting room. People must be saved. But these fools are using the broadcast to call for help. It will only attract more zombies, making the situation even more dangerous. A large number of zombies are starting to surge towards the broadcasting room. Hearing the sound of zombies banging, all the students in the broadcasting room are trembling with fear. Fortunately, Xiao Tianlei climbed up a tree branch. He shouted at them through the glass. The crowd was overjoyed to see hope. Finally, someone has arrived. Xiao Tianlei told them not to make a sound. Find a place to secure the rope. Then climb down along the rope. That's it. Everyone safely lands on the ground one by one. But the last person is afraid. He slipped and fell directly to the ground. The noise instantly attracted the zombies. Xiao Tianlei immediately told everyone to run quickly. There are cars in the parking lot that can be used to leave. Xiao Tianlei once again saved a group of ungrateful people. How terrifying human hearts can be in the last days. I heard that Guanlei found out there are survivors in the broadcast room. He immediately went to rescue them. But he accidentally fell down because the last person was too scared. As a result, he attracted a group of zombies. Immediately, Xiao Tianlei issued an order. He asked everyone to go to the parking lot and drive away. After all, there is only one car. The number of people it can carry is limited. Xiao Tianlei suggested letting the girl get in the car and leave first. But that person refused to leave no matter what. The zombie was attracted by him. However, he was unwilling to make a corresponding effort. But others were also unwilling to give up their spots to Chungyao. Chungyao also didn't want to follow them. Following such people would be even more dangerous for her. Zhao Tianlei directly told them to roll in that situation. A bunch of ungrateful things. Then a group of people left ungratefully and abandoned their lifesaver. Zhao Tianlei could only take Chungyao to the school supermarket. Chungyao also cooked a steaming bowl of noodles for the male lead. And it was a bowl of noodles with rich ingredients. Zhao Tianlei saw her working so hard and invited her to eat together. Chungyao, however, expressed that she had her man to take care of and should do it herself. This nearly choked Zhao Tianlei. Zhao Tianlei also earnestly told Chungyao that he saved her, just happened to encounter her and had to help. He did not need her to repay him. Chungyao naturally understood. She immediately expressed that she liked the male lead and wanted to become his woman. Zhao Tianlei directly rejected her, as he already has someone he likes. Chungyao thought it was Yi Sitong, because Zhao Tianlei had always been protecting her. Zhao Tianlei blushingly confessed that it was Shensinyu. Chungyao thought that the big celebrity was Zhao Tianlei's girlfriend. However, Zhao Tianlei said he was just a poor guy, and it was just wishful thinking. Chungyao comforted him to have confidence. Having money is useless in front of zombies. Heroes are born in troubled times. He will definitely achieve something. Chungyao also has a deep understanding. At this time, the only way to survive is with strength, and women need to rely more on men. So unless Zhao Tianlei drives her away, she will stay with Zhao Tianlei. She can be a follower. Zhao Tianlei and Chungyao grabbed a car at the supermarket garage, ready to head to the survivors' base. However, they were intercepted by 3 people in the wilderness. The 3 people hope that Zhao Tianlei can let them get on the car because they have escaped with great difficulty. If they are not allowed on the car, they are as good as dead. And Zhao Tianlei also can't bear to see others die without helping, so he lets the 3 people get on the car. The 3 individuals are a family. The redhead is the woman's boyfriend, and the green-haired person is the woman's brother. Later, they saw Zhao Tianlei holding a bag. They asked if there was any food inside because they had not eaten anything all day. Zhao Tianlei generously gave them 3 sausages. However, Lu Mao complained that it was not enough to eat. The woman quickly stopped Lu Mao. A zombie outbreak. It's already good to have something to eat. At this moment, Chungyao found a car being surrounded by zombies. It was the same car that the 2 people had abandoned and left in haste earlier. Serves them right. They reaped what they sowed for being ungrateful and betraying others. Zhao Tianlei also arrived in the urban area as soon as possible. He then told the 3 of them to get off in front and go their separate ways. But LV Mao took out a gun from his body and pointed it at Zhao Tianlei's head. He asked the 2 to leave the car and food behind, so they could spare their lives. Chungyao knows that if they lose the car, they will soon be caught up by zombies. But if they don't listen to the 3 of them, Zhao Tianlei will lose his life. He doesn't know what to do. Zhao Tianlei, on the other hand, expressed that the car and food could be left to them, hoping that they would keep their word. That's how the 2 of them pulled over to the side and left the car to them. Green Mao, however, indicated that Zhao Tianlei could leave, but Chungyao needed to stay. And Zhao Tianlei ignored him. He directly led Chungyao away. LV Mao became furious. He was ready to shoot Zhao Tianlei as soon as he got off the car. And Zhao Tianlei was waiting for this moment. He swung around and chopped off LV Mao's hand holding the gun with an axe. Who did you say you were going to shoot just now? Hong Mao, and the woman saw that LV Mao was injured. The 2 of them immediately pulled out their weapons and rushed out. And Hong Mao was shot in the head by Zhao Tianlei directly. Then he shot off the knife in the woman's hand with the second shot. Is this the effect of the virus evolution liquid? Not only has the body become more sensitive, but also the movements have become much faster. The woman realized she couldn't win in a fight, so she immediately hugged the male lead's thigh and begged for mercy. As long as he wouldn't kill her or her younger brother, she was willing to do anything. Chung Yao had never seen such shameless person before. Xiao Tianlei heard that she was willing to do anything, so he agreed not to kill them. The gunshots just now definitely attracted the zombies. They just need to wait here for the zombies to come. Then the two of them drove away from this place. The zombie also quickly ran towards the woman's location. Those who do evil will come to a bad end. The city's transportation system has completely collapsed. The roads are completely gridlocked. Xiao Tianlei and the other person had to enter the city on foot. However, the silence in the city was so terrifying. Xiao Tianlei, whose physical abilities had been enhanced, suddenly heard the sound of a zombie. And not just one or two. It's a large group. Being able to attract so many zombies indicates that there are survivors in that area. There is a large building in the downtown area, facing a siege by zombies. The people in the building are trying their best to hold the door, not allowing the zombies to enter. Xiao Tianlei is preparing to go to the top of the building. Take a look inside through the window. There is a little girl in the building who has been bitten by a zombie. However, her brother Li Shuyang tells her that she will be fine, as doctors can cure her. And the rest of the people are afraid that the girl will turn into a zombie and harm everyone here. At this time, Li Shuyang's girlfriend also came over to scold him. She also suggested that they should take action before the girl mutates, and directly smash the girl's head. The girl was bitten to save her sister-in-law. It's unexpected that her sister-in-law would say such a thing now. Li Shuyang's girlfriend, on the other hand, said that she was only with him for his family's relocation compensation. And she publicly claimed that the girl being bitten was voluntary on her part. She also cut off all ties with the two siblings. The little girl comforted her brother, and even asked him to act. She didn't want to turn into an ugly zombie. Upon hearing this, the crowd immediately chose to take action. Some even directly attacked Li Shuyang. Unfortunately, Li Shuyang is a member of the martial arts team. He can easily handle one or two people. The Mediterranean directly ordered everyone to attack together. Chung Yao, who saw this scene, also felt that Xiao Tianlei did not need to save them. These people are selfish. But Xiao Tianlei thinks that Li Shuyang is worth saving. He is willing to risk everything for his sister. Isn't it very selfless to prioritize the safety of others? But Li Shuyang's selfishness is to protect his family. Others' selfishness is for themselves. Although this type of person is stubborn, they are very emotionally attached. They are willing to risk their lives for their loved ones. He is the best choice as a teammate. In order to survive the apocalypse, a reliable team is essential. This is also why Xiao Tianlei actively seeks survivors. He hopes to discover valuable talents and establish his own team. And in front of him is someone who fights for his sister, Li Shuyang, who can be an enemy to everyone. He is indeed a good choice. Xiao Tianlei directly smashed the glass of the building to show that he was there to save people. But there were too many people. He could only save one. He then asked Li Shuyang if he was willing to take his sister and leave with him. Li Shuyang knew that staying here would only isolate himself. He immediately agreed. Xiao Tianlei didn't hesitate either. He directly threw the rope down to show that after taking Li Shuyang away, he would leave the rope behind for them to escape. If anyone dared to snatch it, he didn't mind cutting the rope. That's it. The male lead successfully brought Li Shuyang out from the crowd. A few people arrived at a safe place. Xiao Tianlei asked Li Shuyang to give his sister a lesson. And Li Shuyang is willing to sacrifice his life for his sister, so he would not act. And his sister once again asked Li Shuyang to take action. Because she didn't want to become an ugly zombie, she told Xiao Tianlei to wait until after she died. She hopes Xiao Tianlei won't be mad at her brother because her brother is really stupid and always getting into fights with people. She made Li Shuyang promise her. In the future, when he has a girlfriend, he must go travel around the world. She will be watching them from heaven. They hooked their fingers as a promise. After saying that, the girl was also completely infected by the virus. She gradually mutated into a zombie. But Li Shuyang still couldn't bring himself to do it, because she is his most beloved younger sister. In desperation, only Xiao Tianlei can act as the villain. The last three people set fire to their sister's body. Xiao Tianlei also officially invited Li Shuyang to become his partner. The team finally welcomed a new member. At night, 3 people found an abandoned hotel and stayed there. Cheng Yao comforted Li Shuyang not to feel bad about what happened during the day. There will be better times ahead. Meanwhile, Xiao Tianlei heard a sound in the hallway. There were actually zombies in the hallway, but fortunately, there weren't many of them. She then invited Li Shuyang to go out with her to take care of them. Have a good night's sleep. Li Shuyang's face turned green in an instant. Cheng Yao was cheering for him on the side. Xiao Tianlei knew that it was Li Shuyang's first time fighting zombies, so he let him deal with the female one. Don't be nervous, go for it. Xiao Tianlei found that every time he killed a zombie, he would earn 1 point each time. It's like he's playing a live-action game. Li Shuyang is also not to be underestimated. He has been back and forth with zombie. He only saw a female zombie attacking him. He seemed to see his little sister. He didn't even lay a hand on her. He was tackled to the ground by the zombie. Su Yongli saw his sister's figure on the female zombie and didn't take action. Instead, he trapped himself in a dire situation. A piece of soap attracted the attention of the zombie group. It was Cheng Yao standing at the doorway watching the fight. She saved Li Shuyang at a critical moment, which resulted in Cheng Yao being surrounded by a group of zombies. She quickly closed the door and called for help. Fortunately, Xiao Tianlei arrived in time to eliminate all the zombies, resolving the crisis for Cheng Yao. He did not intend to help Li Shuyang, and instead turned around to pull Cheng Yao back into the room. He said to reunite Li Shuyang with his sister as soon as possible. Upon hearing Xiao Tianlei's words, Li Shuyang instantly burst out and fell down like a zombie. He actually used his fists to beat the zombie to death. Xiao Tianlei was also shocked by Li Shuyang's immense power. However, the zombie was already dead. He quickly advised him to stop. The crazed Li Shuyang directly attacked Xiao Tianlei. He was easily blocked. Li Shuyang blamed Xiao Tianlei for just standing by and watching earlier. What kind of ally is that? Xiao Tianlei expressed that if he had just stood by and watched, Li Shuyang would have died in the supermarket earlier. How could he still be alive and standing here? He emphasized that saving him required a teammate who fought alongside him, not a useless person. If he only thought of his sister whenever he saw a zombie, the result would be the same as before. Not only would he be in deep danger, but he would also endanger the people around him. Li Shuyang also realized his mistake. He sincerely apologized to Xiao Tianlei and thanked him for saving his life. At this moment, Li Shuyang truly became a member of Xiao Tianlei's team. The next day, the 3 of them learned from the television that Yuzhou City had successfully established a survivor base, which could accommodate up to 100,000 people. Xiao Tianlei realized from the news a deeper level of danger. Yuzhou City has a population of 1 billion. Even if only 1/10 of the population survives. And this base seems to be a life-saving straw for survivors. But once the population exceeds the extreme limit of population capacity, more problems will arise. The first to enter will form their own teams and advantages. People outside will also rush in one after another. The more people there are, the more scarce resources will become. Once a riot occurs, not even the government or the military can handle it. But they still have to go, because Wu Bin and the others may also go there. But they cannot have too high hopes for the base. In times of chaos, one must rely on oneself to survive. Suddenly, an infrared beam shot into the room. The light was coming from the building across the street. The three people immediately went to the window to check. There are survivors in the building across the street. But because the distance is too far, they have no idea what the situation is like over there. Talented Li Shuyang. He attempted to use the sign language he learned from television. Inquired about the situation across the street. But it was obvious that the person across the street didn't understand. Zhao Tianlei had to go over and check the situation personally. In the building across the street, General Manager Gu Weiping of Tianqi Entertainment Company was also attracted by everyone's commotion. But when he found out that the three students seeking help were involved, he instantly lost interest. He scolded them for ruining his fun. At this time, he is the chairman of Tianqi Entertainment Company. Zheng Bingyan also walked over. She asked Gu Weiping not to blame everyone. After all, everyone is trying to save themselves. However, Gu Weiping said that they had run out of food for 2 days already. Everyone couldn't bear the hunger anymore. He hoped to send a few people down to check the situation. And female secretary Tong Yusen angrily scolded Gu Weiping for eating up all the food himself. He shouldn't expect others to take risks for him. Zheng Bingyan also stated that the safety of the employees' lives should be taken seriously. Then she asked everyone to try to see if they could fix the network. If they can contact the outside world, they can seek help from the military. It's much safer than acting rashly and going out. Suddenly, a research and development director from an island nation named Yamada appeared. He demanded to be safely escorted back to his island nation. Otherwise, upon returning home, he will file a lawsuit against Zheng Bingyan. Zheng Bingyan is deeply sorry about this as well. He expressed that he will try to find a solution as soon as possible. Later on, Gu Weiping was asked to take Yamada back to the office to rest. Zheng Bingyan is also not sure. They can wait for someone to come and rescue them. But as a last resort, she does not want employees to take risks. Yamada in the office is happily eating food. He was also complaining with food in his mouth, saying he should have gone to soak in hot springs in the island nation instead. Gu Weiping is already starving. He hopes Yamada can give him some food. But Yamada said it's not impossible, but he needs him to do something for him. As long as Gu Weiping can bring Zheng Bingyan to him, he will give him a pile of food. And after everything is done, he can let Gu Weiping go to his company to serve as a director. With the guarantee of food and work, Gu Weiping had no choice but to agree. Yamada also gave a piece of bread to Gu Weiping to assure him of his trustworthiness. At this time, Zhao Tianlei and the other two had already arrived on the first floor of the building. Zhao Tianlei also noticed there were at least 20 zombies on this floor, so he warned the other two not to be careless. There were probably even more zombies upstairs. At the same time, he also found several large knives. He immediately threw one to Li Shuyang. It's safer to have weapons. The big knife was just right for him. Meanwhile, the zombie on the first floor also spotted them and attacked. Zhao Tianlei promptly had Li Shuyang protect Cheng Yao while he took the lead in the fight. Upstairs, Gu Weiping knocked on Zheng Bingyan's office door. Chairman Zheng Bingyan was deceived by Gu Weiping and led to Yamada's office, where he was about to face Yamada's assault. But at this moment, Zhao Tianlei and two others descended from the sky. They rescued Zheng Bingyan. Gu Weiping came to Zheng Bingyan's office. He mentioned that Yamada proposed a self-rescue plan and hoped to discuss it together. Tong Yusen had long noticed that Yamada harbored ill intentions towards Zheng Bingyan. Therefore, she advised Zheng Bingyan not to be alone with him. After hearing this, Zheng Bingyan suggested inviting Yamada over and also asked a few middle-level leaders to discuss together. Gu Weiping, seeing Tong Yusen disrupt his plans, explained that the current idea was just preliminary, and that the three of them should discuss it first. If it was feasible, they would then inform everyone else. He also mentioned that if Tong Yusen was not reassured, they could go together. Zheng Bingyan, and the two of them could only agree to come down.